I'm Mike Coetzee, Business Manager at Music Theater Works, and welcome to another edition of Balcony Talks. The balconies are all closed, but the talking goes on and on. So I have been suggesting things to watch online during the closure of the theaters and concert halls. Last week, I finally saw the Hamilton film. I saw it on Sunday night. And thumbs up, if they can just manage to market this thing well enough, it might find an audience. Good luck, Mr. Miranda. So, after Hamilton last week and the double bill of Ravel one-act operas the week before, I thought we'd go back to some of the old favorites. Some meat and potatoes after all that nouvelle cuisine. So this week, we're going to London and New York in search of some of the good ones. First stop, London's Royal Opera House for the world's favorite Italian opera, Puccini's La Boheme, in a performance from 2017. Richard Jones's production may seem a bit austere, but I think he gets the big stuff absolutely right. The off-the-wall humor of his bohemians is front and center, so when the tragedy hits, it really cuts deep. The cast is led by an uncommonly convincing Mimi from Nicole Carr and Michael Fabiano's passionate Rodolfo. Royal Opera's music director Antonio Pappano conducts, and the result is as bracing and youthful a bohème as you could hope for. It's up on the Royal Opera YouTube channel through July 16. For our next one, let's stay in London. Heck, let's stay in the same theater. For the Royal Opera House doesn't just serve up opera, it also houses one of the world's great ballet companies. Full disclosure, ballet has never really been my thing. When I go, I enjoy it. Then 5 years pass before I go again. But there's nothing like a pandemic to break old habits, so let's go to the ballet. Now, I've always loved the music Sergei Prokofiev wrote for Romeo and Juliet, but I've never actually seen it danced to. I'm going to correct that this week when the Royal Ballet presents Sir Kenneth Macmillan's classic production in a performance from 2019. I'm kind of a ballet novice, but from what I've heard, this is a great place to start. And from what I've heard, it will please the connoisseurs as well. Romeo and Juliet runs on the Royal Opera YouTube channel again, this time from July 10th to July 22nd. And now, off to New York for a real treat. Now, the New York Philharmonic has presented many semi-staged concerts of Broadway classics over the years, but this one is a doozy. Rodgers and Hammerstein's Carousel. Did Richard Rodgers ever write a more beautiful score? And did Oscar Hammerstein ever swing for the fences harder than he did with this one, this big, brave, troubling piece of theater? Rhetorical questions. The answer in both cases is no. South Pacific and The Sound of Music might be tighter, better constructed pieces, but Carousel is just so much. And that muchness is captured in this 2013 performance with a cast for the ages. Kelly O'Hara is Julie Jordan, Nathan Gunn is Billy Bigelow, no less than Jessie Mueller is on hand for Carrie Pipperidge, and her Mr. Snow is Jason Donnelly. And presiding above in that strange cameo role of the Star Keeper is the great John Cullum, more than 50 years after his Broadway debut. Lincoln Center will put this up on their YouTube channel on Friday, and in an abundance of generosity, we'll keep it there until September 9th. Who knows? I might watch it twice. So, that's all for now. Subscribe already if you haven't done so. We're putting up new stuff all the time. Of course, comments, recommendations, questions, complaints are always welcome, so keep them coming. See you next week. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, thanks for watching.